a Q1 GDP number which has come to 7.8% year on year. That's the latest we have for you, April-June GDP, which has come around 7.8% and almost in line as per expectations. So let's dive deep into this number, and we have a set of panelists also. So Vadeep Rakshit, Senior Economist, Kotak Institutional Equities. I have with me Govind Rao, Chief Economic Advisor, Brickwork Ratings, former Director, NIPFP. And I also have Saugata Bhattacharya, Chief Economist, Axis Bank. Good evening and welcome to the show. So one by one, I really want to know the kind of number. Is it in line with your expectation? Saugata, I begin with you.
Hi, thank you for having me on your show. Very much in line with our expectations. We were 7.9%. I'm told you just said 7.8, so which is in line. I would like to see the internals first. So whether it is actually manufacturing that is driving this relatively high growth. So that's number one. How much is the role of the net exports, exports minus imports? So that's another one, and obviously then services and agriculture. So the other thing that we'll be looking for very closely is the effect of the WPI inflation, which is a large part of the manufacturing GDP deflator. So that's the overall basket that we are looking for. But the headline number is very close to our expectations.
All right, the headline number is very close for you, Saugata. What about Govind?
I think the headline numbers are quite close. In fact, even the Monetary Policy Committee had suggested that, had projected the growth at 8%. And as was mentioned by the earlier speaker, I think the internal things are very important, and the sectoral growth rates are very important. I wouldn't place too much emphasis on manufacturing. Possibly the service sector has, would continue to be quite high. Manufacturing, for example, industry sector, if you see, taking manufacturing, mining, electricity, etc. In June 20, in the first quarter of last year, it was just about 9.4%. And I would expect it to be slightly lower than that, whereas services, of course, last year it was more than 16%. And I would expect it to be anything somewhere 9 to 10% if you take the total services together. But agriculture will continue to be this thing. I think the bad news will come in the next quarter, not in this quarter, not in the first quarter. But overall, I think, the GDP of 7.8% is quite according to expectations.